For today's video, we are going to compare the twisted heatless curls method versus the wrapped heatless curls method. I'm going to walk you through how to do each one of these step by step, and I'm going to show you the results of each. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so what you will need for this is obviously a robe tie. I find that robe ties work best and they give me the best results. But if you like the actual curling rod, you can use that too. But this is free. All right, I'm just going to part my hair down the middle, and I'm just going to brush it to make sure there's not any tangles. Now I do like to go in with a light oil beforehand because my hair, it's the winter, it's very dry, it needs some hydration, it needs some shine. So I like the Verb Ghost oil. This is what it looks like. Just squirt a couple drops into my hand, rub it in, and I just put this through about the midpoint of my hair down to the ends. You don't want to put this on the top of your hair because obviously that's going to make your hair greasy and we don't want that. So I am just going to take my robe tie and place it evenly over my hair. I'm just going to take a clip and clip it right into place. And I'm going to start, we're going to do the twist side. So I'm going to go ahead and just tie away this side so I don't grab any hair from it. I just broke my claw clip. Probably should have been using a clip like this anyways, but I was too lazy to look, okay? So all you're gonna do is gather your hair to one side, and you're just gonna kind of place your robe tie right in the middle. So we are gonna grab a section up top, and all we're gonna do is wrap it around the robe tie. Now I'm gonna kind of alternate. So I'm gonna grab from the back here, just a small section. I'm gonna add it in to that section of hair that we're wrapping around the robe tie, and I'm just gonna wrap it around. Then I'm gonna pick up hair in the front. I'm gonna add it in, just kind of smooth it out. And again, I'm just gonna wrap it around the robe tie. I'm gonna take a section from the back. I'm gonna add it in, kind of smooth it out. Wrap it around the robe tie. Take a section from the front, add it in, smooth it out, wrap it around the robe tie. Take a section from the back, add it in, smooth it out, wrap it around the robe tie. Take a section up front, add it in, smooth it out, wrap it around the robe tie. And then we just keep doing this. I like to have my hair added in by the time I reach the bottom of my ear, because I find if I go past my ear, it just kind of gets droopy and it hangs and it just doesn't look good. So now I'm just taking my hair and I'm continuing to wrap it around the robe tie. Now you don't want to wrap it crazy tight, because obviously wrapping your hair super tight can lead to breakage, and we don't want that. We are team healthy hair for 2025. So now I'm just taking my hair tie and I am wrapping it around my ends. So this was actually my husband's robe tie, and I did cut his because I didn't want to cut mine, so I cut his. So it's a little bit shorter than mine. That's why I like his better. So this is what we are working with on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. So I would call this a twist, and on this side we are going to wrap. A lot of people say, oh, you are French braiding when I do the wrap. It is not French braiding. With a French braid, we are crossing our sections over, all the way, over, all the way. With the wrapping, we're literally hanging on to the same sections of hair the whole time, and just wrapping them all the way down. Same section, wrapping it all the way down. You never cross. With the wrap side, you're just gonna take your robe tie. You're gonna grab a section of hair on each side. So we have a section of hair, a robe tie, a section of hair. Just kind of smooth it out. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cross one section over the robe tie, under the robe tie, back in the same hand. Do the same thing with your other hand. Take your section of hair, cross it over the robe tie, under the robe tie, back in the same hand. Now we're gonna add in hair to each section, but we are never crossing, we are still wrapping, we are still hanging on to the same section all the way down. So I'm just gonna pick up a section of hair right next to the section I'm holding on to. I'm just gonna add it in, smooth it out, cross it over and under the robe tie, back in the same hand. Same thing with our back section. We're gonna pick up some hair next to it, smooth it out. We're gonna cross it over, under, back in the same hand. And this is what you just keep doing. So again, I'm gonna pick up hair next to that front section, add it in, we're gonna smooth it out, cross it over the robe tie, we're gonna take it under the robe tie, back in the same hand. Add in hair to the back section. You wanna smooth it out, take that section, cross it over the robe tie, under the robe tie, back in the same hand. It's super easy, and I promise you can do this. So keep adding in hair, smoothing it out, crossing it over, under, back in the same hand. I'm going to kind of speed it up now because we know what we're doing. So now we're doing the same thing, same motions. We're just not adding any hair. So over, under. Take your section over, under. Over the robe tie, under the robe tie, back in your hand. Over the robe tie, under the robe tie, back in your hand. Over the robe tie, under the robe tie, back in your hand. So you might just have to practice a couple times, but I promise, once you get the hang of it, it is super easy to do. It's like muscle memory. You can just close your eyes and you can do it. I'm going to show you what the wrapped section looks like. So here is the wrapped. Here is the twisted. And of course, I will show you it from the back so you guys can see what it looks like. So I'm excited to see the difference between the two because I've done both heatless curls, but I've never compared them side by side like this. So I'm excited to see the results and see how much they differ. I'm not gonna wrap these. I know some people wear like a silk bonnet. I don't. If this bothers you hanging down, you can just crisscross them in the back like this, bring it up over your head, you know, and tie it if you want. I'm gonna shut up and I'll see you guys in the morning. Hello guys, it is the next day. I slept crazy. My 4-year-old woke me up at 2 in the morning last night and I just had trouble falling back asleep, but everything is still intact. As you can see, not too frizzy. We're looking good. So let's take this out. All right, so here's what it looks like. I did not lose any hair while unraveling this. There's no hair sticking to this. So that is always a win in my book with heatless curls. So you can see it is very short right now. We are definitely gonna have to brush through this with our fingers a little bit, but let's go ahead and take this side out. All right, I'm already seeing the differences between the two. Do you guys see the differences? So I think it's really going to be personal preference which side you like better. Go ahead and comb through it with our fingers. I think I'm going to end up brushing it because I just have to brush out my curls. My hair is very fine and tangly, so a brush is needed. All right, we are just going to brush through this side. Looking good, and now let's brush through this side. I can't believe how much length it took off from this side. I feel like it made it very short. So you can see the difference. Look how much shorter this is. Okay, here is what we are working with. So remember, this is the twisted side. This side, which I feel like is curlier than the other side, but somehow it doesn't shrink your hair. So I don't quite understand that, but this looks so beautiful. Gonna turn around so you guys can see the back. This is the wrapped. This is the twisted. All right, now my favorite part. Let's brush these things out and just see if it makes a difference. Loosened it up a little bit. Let's do this side. Not sure it made a huge difference, but I think it maybe helped make this side a little bit longer. So
I'm honestly torn. I don't know. Because I like this side, but I also like this side. Please let me know which side you like better. Do you like the wrap side, this side, or the twisted side? I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment. I want to get to 400,000. Hopefully by summer. I don't know. That is kind of out there, but we'll see. Thank you guys for being here. Bye.